Hey guys, it's me Simo Orohara, and in this video we'll talk about the title of the fourth core, the Calamity, and what it could possibly mean, specifically what disaster could this core revolve around in light of the remaining events in the manga and potential new developments. Because looking back at the second and the third cores, the titles were Separation and Conflict, and both centered around Ichigo and Uryu. For example, the second core titled Separation symbolized Uryu distancing himself from Ichigo and his friends by joining Yhwach and heading with him to the Royal Palace. Meanwhile, the third core, titled Conflict, focused on the clashes between Ichigo and Uryu, as we saw their confrontation in multiple scenes throughout this core. And also this core, guys, here the third core, ended the drama that Uryu started by showing himself that he was with Yhwach, where he finally revealed his intentions to Ichigo. It became clear that he was seeking revenge for his mother's death, especially after reading the notes of his grandfather Soki. And the core concluded with Ichigo heading towards Yhwach's castle, a major climactic event at that point. And this raises the question, guys, what could be the calamity of the fourth core? And so guys, the answer might lie in the teaser shown after the end of the third core. As I mentioned in previous videos, the trailer focused entirely on Ichigo's Zanpakuto. The two swords were highlighted, and later we saw his large sword turn white, which means the Horn of Salvation form. Then the two blades entered Bankai mode. However, after that, his Bankai was shattered, and Ichigo appeared in this scene. And these events shown in the trailer closely mirror Ichigo's final battle in the manga. After confronting Yhwach, Ichigo will fight him without Yhwach using the Almighty at the start, and Ichigo will fight him in his regular two swords, with Orihime also present in the battle. And later Ichigo will activate his longer white blade, entering his Horn of Salvation form, with his appearance changes, growing a horn, his eyes shift in color, and a spider-like mark appearing on his chest. At the same time, Yhwach will also activate the Almighty and use his twin swords in battle. And during this clash, guys, Ichigo will use one of his strongest attacks in Shikai, the Getsuga Tensho fused with a Grand Raid Zero. And after that, Ichigo will unleash his Bankai, leading to this famous scene that all Bleach fans know, Yhwach breaking Ichigo's Bankai in the future. And this event, guys, might be what the title The Calamity refers to, a disaster not just for Ichigo but for all the Shinigami, and even us as a fans, because everyone was eager to see Ichigo's true Bankai in action. But Yhwach crushed both Ichigo's and fans' hopes in an instant. And after that, Ichigo falls into a deep despair, especially after Yhwach steals his powers and later breaks his Bankai again. Therefore guys, the time between Ichigo's Bankai release and Yhwach's return to life after Ichigo's final strike might be the true calamity, both for Ichigo and the fate of all the worlds. Because at that moment, guys, Ichigo and Aizen were the only remaining hopes to defeat Yhwach. Uryu was struggling in a difficult battle against Haschfeld, and the rest of the Quincy threads were also in difficult spots. Kisuke Urahara was locked in a deadly fight against Asuke, and Zaraki was still unable to fully handle his Bankai's power. And Ichibi had yet to fully recover, as he told Ichigo himself. That's why, guys, Ichigo was the ultimate trap card for the Shinigami, especially after his Royal Palace training and the immense power he had gained. So all those hopes, guys, were pinned on his Bankai's release. But as you know, Yhwach broke in it. And even with Aizen's great assistance, Yhwach was still able to revive after his death. And had it not been for Uryu's intervention at the last second, the war would have undoubtedly ended with Yhwach's victory. And so guys, the flow of events remaining in the manga and what was shown in the trailer all point towards this being the calamity referred to in the title of this core. And of course guys, we need to consider many other factors here, including that the remaining manga events might not be presented exactly the same way in the anime, simply because there are only 25 chapters left. which can't possibly be enough to fill the entire fourth core on their own, especially since Kubo already confirmed there will be entirely new episodes. Therefore guys, while some major moments like Orohara and Zaraki's Bankai releases and Ichigo activating his form of salvation will likely remain the same, the difference here is that they will present them in a new context, with significant additions, especially when it comes to Ichigo's battle against Yhwach. For example guys, if you watched the second episode of this core, I mean here the third core, and you have already read the battle of Ichigo and Yhwach, and I'm speaking about the final battle, you would notice that the initial phase of Ichigo's final battle against Yhwach until he activates the Horn of Salvation was already shown in episode 2, and I can say with even greater details that in the manga's version of the fight. Ichigo in episode 2 guys displayed immense strength even before activating the Horn of Salvation, managing to fight on equal ground with Yhwach without the Almighty. But as we have seen in the manga, the tide of the battle shifts once Yhwach activates the Almighty. Therefore guys, Ichigo's final battle with Yhwach will likely undergo several changes in the anime. And the most important thing, the addition of Ichigo's true Bankai. And this guys brings us to something all Bleach fans have been waiting for, the true power and abilities of Ichigo's Bankai. Currently guys, there is no clear hints on how this will be handled. However, based on the trailer, the Bankai shattering scene will still happen, meaning just like in the manga, Yhwach will break Ichigo's Bankai. So, how could his Bankai be revealed if it gets shattered the same way as in the manga? Here guys, there are two possibilities. The first one, the Bankai must be shown from Yhwach's perspective, since he saw the power of the Bankai in the future and shattered it there, and Kubo could choose to reveal Ichigo's Bankai through a vision of that future, showing us its full power while keeping the present event where the Bankai is broken. The second possibility guys, after the Bankai is broken, we could get a new storyline where Ichigo's Bankai is repaired, but this time allowing him to use its full power, unlike what was shown in the manga's final battle. Of course, here as a big BS, Kubo's intentions need to be considered here. Yhwach foresaw Ichigo defeating him using only his Shikai, not his Bankai. So the question remains, will that vision stay the same or will it change? So this makes it really challenging for the studio and Kubo to balance all these elements, especially considering we're talking about the final battle. So guys, what do you think about the title of this core, and in what context can we see the Bankai of Ichigo? Tell me guys your opinions in the comments, and see you in my next video.